I don't really know how to describe this latest conversation. Yeah, if you're not familiar, every year there's an event here in town called the Midway Moonshine Mashup, and it's really cool because it brings people from all over the country to Lebanon with one thing in mind, and that's how to help some people. And I guess two things in mind, really, how to help some people and how to have some fun. And we got the opportunity to sit down with a good friend of mine, Chet Horman. He's owner of Midwest Collision LLC and the person, the brainchild behind the Midway Moonshine Mashup. And conversation was everywhere from local stuff to national footprint to even a few parts that we actually had to edit out. Shoot me a message if you want to know what we had to edit out. But Chet's putting on a really cool thing and has helped a lot of people and grown this thing from, a few cars to hundreds of cars and from a few states in the region to a national thing. And they all come here to Laclede County and do some really cool stuff. So I'm excited for you to sit down with Chet and have him sit across from me and talk a little bit. We're having a lot of fun with this series and this show. If you like this type of content and these conversations, do me a favor, like and subscribe. If you see these on social media, share these little short clips. We're telling some cool stories, having some cool conversations, and really proud of what we're putting together here. So again, like, follow, subscribe, share, do your thing, whatever, and sit down and grab yourself a drink and learn a little bit about something really cool in Lebanon that's helping a lot of people and a lot of organizations. And I don't know, shoot us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from if you get a chance. And we're looking forward to it. All right. Enjoy the silliness.
You're going to drop down?
Last time we did this, we were in a car.
With them?
No, me and you. And the last time we sat down and talked like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was in the back of the car driving
the old
through
Cadillac.
town. Then the Cadillac. Yeah. Man, it was back when you used to go to the VFW to start this thing off. Unfortunately, it's a story for another day.
Ain't doing that anymore.
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm sweating. It's hot. I didn't turn the air down.
It is warm. It's muggy.
It's muggy. Had those storms last night and storms tonight. How many cars do you have get hailed on last night?
We didn't have any.
Not at home either?
Nope. Pea-size hail's all we got, and it was like 2 minutes.
Alfie's car's probably totaled. The other two cars were in the garage, but Alfie's is probably done for. Windshield, whole hood, fender, door.
There's a lot of windshields got busted.
Yeah, it's not going to be. And she's in that weird car spot where it's a good amount. I mean, it's worth 10-ish grand. But you can't buy anything that you feel safe for a long time for 10 grand. So I don't know. We'll see.
How old is she now?
She's 20. She's driving back and forth to the lake every day. So, she could use a car that gets 30-ish miles a gallon. But we'll see what happens when it's all said and done. I don't know. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not talking about bad things. We're talking about good things.
Good things.
What year is this?
Number 6.
Number 6.
Started 2020.
Do you have any idea we'd get where it's at?
Nope.
First year, how many people?
Well, it rained. That detoured some people. We had probably 45 cars.
Cut that part out. I couldn't see the red light. 45 cars?
Yeah, I think that's all we had. 45 to 50.
How many did you have last year?
104, I think.
So 40 to 50 to 104 in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy, huh?
I was told by a gentleman from another big car show we go to up in New Florence, second year there, second or third, I think it was the third year. He come to me and said, Chet, come here. I'm going to talk to you for a minute. What's up? He said, in 10 years, you better figure out how to try to get this field behind the racetrack because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
And every year it's like growing and growing and growing. So he might be on track to something. Who knows?
Well, the coolest part about what you guys do, and I know you kind of have the same belief I do, like this is about something bigger than hot rods and
100%.
all of that. That's where I want to talk about and kind of understand better who you've helped, how you're helping. But I think what's really cool, maybe a lot of people don't know or understand, is like what started out, I'm assuming 6 years ago, as a pretty local / regional has now kind of became almost national. I mean,
it's national.
And that's what I want to get into, and like, don't let me forget to talk about, because I want to understand the footprint of what you guys do, and ultimately how much you're helping locally with that, because it's just it's a wild unknown,
right?
And it does so much for so many. And this year, you finally kind of publicly talked about who you're helping, and of course, it goes in with some of the things we've done. So,
right.
So just tell me about the mashup.
So it started out in 2020, our normal January shop party we do, everybody hanging around, and a friend of mine that owns a racetrack come up to me and said, Chet, I got a really dumb idea, and I think you're going to like it. And I'm like, oh gosh. And if anybody knows him, you know,
let's give him his acknowledgement now. Clint Gann. Yeah. Midway Speedway.
I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. And it was cold that night. It was like midnight. He pulled the keys to the racetrack I was pocket and said, I just got the racetrack, got the keys to it, bought it. So I say we take some of these old cars out there and rip around the track. I'm like, yep, that's dumb. Let's go. So we go out there.
Right. Terrible idea.
Yeah. So we go out there. We're out there to about, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, we're ripping around the track. There's frost on the ground. And somebody had mentioned, I don't know if it was Joe Seaman or who it was, somebody had mentioned, we need to do this and do a car show every year. And I said, well, that's good and all, but if we're going to do it, we got to donate it to kids. Right. Something, kids, veterans, elderly, something. It's got to be something.
There's got to be a greater impact.
Yeah. So that's whenever I called a friend of mine, Steve Martin, from Dixon. We've been friends for 20 years. And I said, you want to help me with this? Because I can't do it all on my own. And he said, yeah, I think it's a great idea. So then it just kind of progressed. First year was kind of a flop as far as money because of all the money we spent and just the cost of everything. And then it's just gradually fast forward to 6 years, and here we are. Last year we had 13 different states here.
Right.
You know, all the surrounding states, Texas, you know, Minnesota.
Really?
We had one from Vegas come in last year.
I remember that.
We had one from California last year. I've already gotten phone calls. I got one coming from North Dakota. They're bringing like 5 cars, and I've got, I think she said Connecticut. Now, I would hope they're coming just for a show, but they may be coming for other reasons, but they're bringing a car.
Bringing a car to the show.
Yeah.
And cool. that culture, if it involves gasoline and chrome or rust, in your case,
rust,
for a lot
of our case, right? A lot of rust.
They don't play around.
No, I don't mind going to the local shows, and them guys will still go to their local shows, but we have traveled so far for the big, because I don't know how to, it's not about the cars, it's about the family. Like, we are all family.
Right.
We care less about the cars sometimes.
Completely, totally dysfunctional, movie-like family.
Yeah, yeah.
You got your Fast and the Furious style guys who come. Yeah. You got your Sons of Anarchy, biker, hot rod 100%. Style. You got your suits that come that's their day to get out and get away from the boardroom or whatever.
Right.
You got kids that are there. I mean, it really is. I went a few times.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of fun. And what I like about it is, like, I obviously own a restoration shop, so that's what we do. We restore cars, and nice, shiny, and they're not going to bring them out to the dirt track and rip them around. But some people can't build their own car. They want an old car, they have to pay somebody to build it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 100% fine with that. 98% of these people that come to these with these rat rods are all people that are building them in their garage on their own, and I mean, they got some warped minds. Like, there's some crazy ingenuity goes into some of these rigs.
Like, you had the guy that's kind of blowing up on TikTok right now with the driving forward, but looks like he's driving backwards. Truck. 5.0 or 5.0 or something. I've seen him on TikTok.
50 Inc.
50 Inc. Yeah.
Steve, Randy Larenko.
Yeah.
And his brother's got a really neat rig that's been on the cover of Rat Rod magazine. I mean, it's crazy at some of the stuff that these guys do.
Who define or tell me who is Midway Moonshine Mashups like avatar? Like, what if you could make the perfect person that you'll see on that Saturday or Friday or whatever out there, like, kind of describe that person.
I'm gonna have to pick one person out of all of them to. Most of them have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
Flat bill hat.
You're describing yourself.
I'm not describing myself, but very, very fun to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Probably got a beer in his hand.
Right.
We'll let if open the door up to any kid that wants to get in it. I mean, some of these guys I've seen them open the door up and let a 14-year-old drive the rat rod, around the track. They don't care. It's a hobby to them, and you can pick them out,
right,
for the most part.
I think I would describe it as just real people.
Yeah, very
real people just doing something that the passion in their eyes, they light up. They want to, they want to help kids. They want kids to experience what they experienced. They want to help organizations. They want to, it's a lot of that, like the BACA people, Bikers Against Child Abuse, those people that are just probably not always accepted as the helper,
exactly.
But they've found a community of people that first and foremost, it's about impacting and helping out people. And then they found their people doing that. And then it's like, no holds barred. Like, how much fun can we have in a fun, real, like, yeah, it gets wild, but it gets wild when it's okay to get wild.
Right.
Not all the time crazy. It's not what you see on some of these TV shows or different things or what, covers of magazines that are the key demographic. And there's no shade on some of that stuff, because there is those people that want that content and those sort of things.
Yep.
But it's just gearheads at the rawest of their form, I think.
And you will see that, go to our page and you will see pictures after pictures, and they catch them in the raw moment. And that's who that guy is. You can tell deep down that this guy has a passion for it. Mm-hmm. And then, you put it all together and put them all in one big group, and then you got a good time.
You got a good time that's helping a ton of
exactly
people. So let's get into that specifically. Like, kind of tell me about where you've helped or organizations, or kind of the game plan with that.
So we do, I'm trying to think. We do the Care Center in Dixon, Missouri every year.
Right. That's with Steve. That's
with Steve. Yeah.
Part of Steve and what he's doing.
Try to help them out. It's they need help. And so we do that. And then, Sound House. We've done that a couple years. Then Children's Hospital in Columbia this year. We're going to do the diabetes division for kids that can't afford insulin and needles. Another good friend of mine does a dinosaur cruise / show type deal. And he sent me a text the other day. In 10 years, he has sent them over 50-some $1,000.
It's incredible, huh?
Yeah. And the first year it was like 2,000.
Right.
And then it grew and grew. And this year, I think he said he took $23,000 there.
Man, I can't imagine what those people, because let's be honest, people get a stereotype or they get a look or a thought and they're like,
Yep.
But then they see a check and they see an impact and they're like, you guys?
Yeah.
And it's human nature. I'm not saying.
We had that last year,
Right.
It was year before last. It was year before last I had that. And it was just, this is what it is. I mean, this is what we want to do to try to help you guys out.
And they're not expecting it. They're not. And it comes as a shock. It comes as a surprise. And then I think if you add in, who did it or how it came about, because you guys make that the priority, but you don't make that the priority, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, because you guys do like auctions and things, right?
Do
like
a live auction.
How do you raise those funds?
So we do get sponsors. I want to give a shout out to all of our good sponsors, which I will be going live on Facebook and giving everybody a shout out. We have a lot of great sponsors. Let's just say several, not like we get 35 sponsors, but it costs a lot of money to put on this show. Like, it's not cheap to do. But at the end, there's money there, and our auction items, they do phenomenal. These guys, I mean, I've seen some of these guys come to the show and maybe have $500 in their bank account, and they'll end up spending, $300 on a auction item. So,
what's the weirdest auction item? What's the coolest auction item?
Our surfboard.
Surfboard.
We do a custom surfboard every year. Steve and I body work it. I flake it all out, paint it, candy, all that stuff.
All right.
And then we send it to Nathan Curry in Nixa, and he blows it away. Like, it's crazy.
What he can do. For those of you who haven't seen or don't, he did our Jacket Nation Sports helmet, and people just are like,
yeah.
And it's all freehand. It's all crazy.
Yep. His airbrushing skills is absolutely insane.
You guys find that group of people, because I know when he was presented with the opportunity, there was no hesitation. He knew what we were going to do, and we're excited because I think we're finally going to get that auction. Hopefully, golf tournament this Friday that's coming up, Project 360. You won't be there. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, you say I won't
should
be there, but why won't you be there? It's not like you're in jail or you'll be having a good time.
It's a busy week for me, and the show's coming up in a week and a half.
Yeah, a week and a half. But where are you going to be in all how did that happen? How did you not know that it's probably the worst possible week to take a vacation?
I did know, but it got handed to us for free. So my wife won a trip. And she said, how bad would it be if it was on the same weekend as the show? And I said, well, you'll be taking somebody else because I won't be able to go. And sure enough, it gets scheduled the week before. So, yes, we leave Sunday and get back Wednesday night, and everybody starts rolling to town on Thursday.
Yeah. So, how does that work? Because it's a weekend. It's not It's not a show up Saturday morning. I mean, there are people that do, but that core group of people.
Group of people shows up Thursday night, early Friday morning, and then we do the cruise and all that good stuff.
Tell me about that cruise, because it's kind of cool to see it go through town.
So, first year we didn't do it. Second year we thought we need to add a little cruise in. Right. And so we did it. Worked out really good. Then it's grown now to where last year, whenever I pulled into the parking lot, I had to run the gas station or something. Somebody's car ran out of gas or something. And I pulled back in the parking lot because I got caught at the gas station for about 15 minutes. And I could not believe the cars that was lined up on a Friday at 11 o'clock to do our cruise. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was 125 cars.
Right.
That's a lot.
It's, because and that cruise route is from your shop out on 32, right?
Yes. This year we have a pretty simple route.
Right. Gotcha.
We normally would go out to Steve Plaster's and see the cars, but this year, the most exciting part about it, it's not about cruising a backcountry road, just going through the middle school.
Yeah.
Going through the middle school, and they bring all those kids out, and I mean, it's just amazing.
Their faces and their reactions.
And that kid one day might be that kid that is in the same seat I am 40 years from now. Doing
something really cool.
Yep.
Trying and understanding better, because again, it is about the cars and the fun.
Yeah.
But the real, it's the impact. It's the bringing a group of like-minded people together. Naturally, you might get some that want to outdo one another and, be a little louder, be a little more giving.
Yep.
And that's what, obviously, for what you're doing, it don't bother you none for them to give and give some more.
Yep. The whole cruising through the middle school started the first year we decided to cruise down to Bennett Springs, just because so many people from so many states away obviously come to Lebanon for one reason and one reason only, and that is the Moonshine Mashup.
Mm-hmm. We
do this cruise. They don't know Bennett Springs.
Right.
Heard of Bennett Springs, never been there. Mm-hmm. It's cool. Went through there and we cruised down through the park, and there was like 3 school buses happened to be down there. They were on a field trip, and all these kids were coming out, getting ready to line up on the bus. And here comes, 80 old hot rods and loud ones and shiny ones, and just cruising through. And them kids got so excited, and I'm like, next year we're going through the middle school if they'll let us. And now the middle school, I walked in the office the other day to make sure that we were going to be good. And I mean, it was just like instant. Yep. What time you want to say?
Yeah. Anything else we can do for you?
So, and everybody gets excited about that. It makes our guys as not necessarily just a rat rod community, but just as a car community, it makes them feel good. They get excited about the adrenaline these kids put out and put forth to, see the old cars.
Right.
So it makes them happy to definitely show up on a Friday morning at 8:00 and get a free breakfast and get ready to go on a cruise.
Right. Well, it helps them connect to more people. It connect, like you said, finding that next kid that's got an eye for it, or that wants to ask a question or get involved in the tech world and within the school district. Yeah. Something, and they're great. I know you guys do some stuff.
Yeah, we did scholarships last year for some kids.
Right. That's a cool thing. And like I said, the world is changing, and the acceptance is more and more the way, and it's a community that's inclusive to now a community or a city that said, hey, come on with it. Like we embrace the visitor. We understand what you're doing. You got the dirt racing community with Clint and some of those guys. They get a chance. You've had the school bus out on the racetrack.
It won't be here this year.
It won't be here?
No, it's not ready. And I have everybody and their brother asking me, is the school bus going to be here this year? Because he'll load it down with 20 people and
just cruise that
donuts and get on the track and just rip on it. But he's bringing something else that is pretty cool.
Is the jet ski coming again? That was always my favorite.
The jet ski.
The jet ski that's like a motorcycle with a jet ski body on it that runs around. And, you guys, I've seen it out there at least twice. I know I've seen it at the lake too, but it's like a jet ski sitting on 2 wheels.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I get so busy during the day on Saturday.
You're not doing much out there.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of stuff to do that day too, because there's like vendors and racing, drag racing, the racetrack.
Mini bike races. This year we're doing something a little bit different with the mini bikes.
What are you doing with that?
We're going to line all the mini bikes up that want to do it and do like 10 laps.
Okay.
And whoever gets the top 3 out of the 10 laps, best time or whatever.
Right.
Depends on how many enter, if we do it in 2 stages or what, and then they get something for free.
Little like almost enduro type mini bike race a little bit?
Yeah. No, more old school mini bike. Just a little old mini bikes.
Okay. Like cafe racer style? Like
No,
like
mini, like back in the 50s and 60s, little mini bikes.
Oh. So like ones that you can't really buy that you build? People are building them all. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're taking old mini bikes from the 50s and 60s
Right.
and
How
hopping the
fast are they
motors
going?
up. And I don't know, we got one. I think he's from Kansas. He's got a little turbo Predator from Harbor Freight on his, and it's an old one. You don't want to ride it. It's scary.
Really?
So I got some videos of one guy, he's a friend of mine up in St. Louis, was on one, and he's in the drag races, and he gets going. He gets about 75 feet out on the track, and it reared up, and he spun around a complete 360 and right on back down the track on one wheel.
Like Grand Theft Auto type stuff.
Yeah, something you shouldn't have happened.
So what time, like that day, the show, like tell me kind of how the show works.
Well, let's start on Friday.
Friday. Okay.
So
you got the
Friday, 8 o'clock, free breakfast. Biscuits and gravy, bacon, eggs. We cook it right there.
Okay.
Donations, whatever. It don't matter. You don't have to put a penny in. Free. Then we start lining up for the cruise around, I tell everybody 11:15, but we don't actually leave till about 11:50. And then we're going to cruise through the middle school, which is a couple miles from the shop, and then head straight through the middle of town after that and head out to Bennett Springs to the Gravel Bar and Grill.
Yep.
They got good food out there now. They've rebuilt it. It's beautiful in there. It's awesome. And then come back, and then Friday night we're doing something a little different. Instead of just going to the shop and doing our pre-party, we're going to, downtown Lebanon has worked with us, and they have been a great support, big help. And we're going to do I think they called it the Auto Jam, Downtown Auto Jam. All show cars are welcome there. Our show is a pre-80, nothing like new Mustangs and new Camaros, and nothing against them. It's just ours is more of an old school type traditional show. And shiny cars are welcome at our show. They've got a
shiny new
72
old.
Chevelle, but a new Corvette's not allowed out there. A new Camaro.
Yeah, stay away, Corvette guy.
Yeah. But all of those are welcome on Friday night.
Right.
Friday night is free for all. We'll have the streets blocked off. We'll be able to open up cones for the show cars. And that's going to go on from, basically, we're going to start letting cars in at 4 o'clock Friday afternoon on the 8th, May 8th. And then it will go till 8 o'clock. Lots to do and see downtown.
Yep.
There's a lot of little local businesses, boutique shops for the women. There's a bookstore.
The Book Barrel. Got to plug it.
Yeah. Ice cream shop. Couple restaurants. The brewery. A lot of things to do walking up and down Commercial Street. And then Machine Gun Symphony will be playing in our new little park that's built down there.
Oh, and it's their
second event they'll have in there.
Yeah, because they're kind of doing that on the first.
Yeah, first Friday
they're doing their kind of kickoff, ribbon cutting. Yep.
And then we'll be the second one then. And then after 8 o'clock, then we'll go back over to the shop and hang out. 1232 Butler Road, hang out and just visit and have a good time. And then Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, gates open, swap meet, vendors. There's tons of food vendors, T-shirt sales. There's all kinds of.
You get good kettle corn. We got some good kettle corn there last year.
Yeah,
we did. You may not have known that it was there, but we got some.
The radio station was there, and I didn't even get to talk to them. They wanted to interview me, and I was running around. I couldn't talk to nobody.
Last year, I think we did the year before, we did the little mini race cars on the racetrack that was there.
Oh, yeah.
Did that, and then, of course, watched them on the track, and then.
Yeah, last year we had the vintage stock car.
Yep.
The Dirt Car Association there or whatever. I can't think what the name of it is, but I think we had 14 or 15 vintage stock cars from like back in the 30s to 50s. Unfortunately, this year, not all of them will be there. But that is really fun to watch. Like, they actually go out there and put on a real race.
Right.
But this year, we'll only have a couple of them there. They had another event they had to go to.
Gotcha.
So, kind of like a sanctioned deal.
So, who are you helping this year? Like, what's going on?
We're going to do Project 360.
Yep.
The Diabetes division in Columbia and the Sound House. And then we are going to go ahead, since last year we got in late on trying to get scholarships for the school, for the high school tech school.
Yeah.
We're going to put some money back to put towards getting ahead of the game for next year. That way we'll have, some setting there.
Yeah, you'll get a.
We did a couple different scholarships last year.
What's your favorite part?
Definitely not the organizing part of it, because it's a lot of work and a lot of stress. Seeing the kids light up.
Yeah.
I took kids I didn't even know. Their parents would come over and look at one of my cars and ask if I can take them for a ride or whatever. And next thing you know, I got them out on the dirt track. And now, of course, I'm not ripping on it, but we're going around the track, and some of them kids just light up. I think I've probably taken 10 kids in the last 5 years. Their
opportunity to do that, it doesn't come around all the time.
No.
It's not.
It's just like going through the middle school. A lot of them kids don't get to see that because it's obviously may not be in their parents' life or whatever. And they get the opportunity to see it, and it just, you never know. Like I said, I'm involved with a little bit of a involvement in Wrenching for the Future, nonprofit organization out of Minnesota that we build a rat rod. We build them in from ground up, 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then we donate it, or we auction it off.
Right.
And then take that money and it goes to scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a kid, and they would always, like we did it at Rankin Tech 2 years ago and last year, and they bring in all these students from tech schools.
Right.
And some of them could care less. It got them out of school for a half a day. Some of them get in there, and we try to get them to do a little bit of everything. And we had one kid, he didn't really know what he wanted to do. He liked old cars. That's all he knew. I said, well, we had an interior class up there for people, and the interior guy that done the seat in this truck. You ever thought about interior? He said, no. Don't really know how to do it. Well, let's go down here to this room. About 8 kids in there. He got so involved in it. That was 2 years ago. And I believe that his dad, I can't remember if it was his dad or his uncle, had said that he's going to work for an interior shop now, doing car interior.
Found his calling.
Found that one thing that he would have otherwise never had the opportunity to do.
Right. And there's not a lot of those opportunities. I mean, the tech schools are great and they're doing amazing things, but they gotta find a way to get them there to see if they even like it.
Right.
And so having more opportunities for more kids to just see that's not, there's nothing wrong with college, nothing, absolutely. If that's your calling, if that's what you want to do, but there's a lot of kids out there that are begging to get their hands on something.
Yeah.
They want that feel and that deal. And so
that's what I like about our people. If a kid shows a little bit of interest, our guys will drop what they're doing. It's not like they will answer any question. They'll show them every weld. They'll show them everything that they did, and be open about it. You go to some of these street rod shows, which I think are beautiful cars, and I've been to 100 of them. Do not touch, and I get it. You got $150,000 tied up in your car. You don't want some kid scratching it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't want adults getting close and not paying attention, because some do. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't.
And I witnessed this firsthand with Space Junkie down in Tulsa that year. Oh my gosh. But they're willing to help these kids, show them the way, if they show any interest, and maybe they don't. But
right. Well, it's really cool, and I'm fascinated by the growth and the footprint that you've developed with this, because it takes a lot of that. I mean, that's not easy to do. You gotta mold it. You gotta hope. Some of it is just throwing spaghetti at a wall, but the ability to kind of put Lebanon on the map in that regard and kind of build something, because there's other things they could do. There's other opportunities and events, but they continually choose to be here.
And it's Mother's Day weekend,
right.
And they still choose to be here. So,
did you get in trouble for picking that date?
No.
Because you're done by Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I try telling everybody. Mother's Day's on Sunday.
Right.
You still got Friday and Saturday.
Saturday. You need something.
Some of them's
Go
don't.
take care of Mom. No one's saying don't do that. Yep. You're just being efficient with your time.
Yeah. We chose that weekend because right now is a busy time of the year for shows to start. Mm-hmm. And with our people, we travel long distances to go to bigger shows, and all of your bigger shows start piling up. Right. And so there was a friend of ours had a show in Illinois, and this was that next weekend was the weekend he always did it. Well, he had passed away, and his wife chose to not do it anymore, and he'd done it for several years. Same thing downtown, shut it down. I mean, there was burnouts in the street and all kinds of crazy stuff. We do big burnout at the end of the show, after the auction. We do a big burnout against the wall. So it's pretty cool.
Right, he's just talking about all the things you got going on. Shop party the night before, after. That's been a thing. You do that. You do those shop parties a couple times a year, really.
Yeah, we do one in January, and that's just
you call that the official planning session.
Yeah. That's where we get together and start planning.
Yeah.
That's just a way and we get people, we've met such a large group of people in the Rat Rod community. I say Rat Rod community, it's just in the car family, because some of them's got nice, shiny cars. I mean, I get some that come from Dyersburg, Tennessee every year just for my January shop party.
Right.
And had one last year in 2025 come all the way up from Mississippi just for my shop party.
Yeah. January, and I had nothing else to do.
Yeah. Like, what the heck? So, I've met some of the greatest people on the planet through this group of people. I met one guy on a marketplace sale, and he just become a good friend. And then he introduced me to this guy, and then I got introduced to this guy, and then we had one guy that, really good friend of mine, Justin Taylor. He was from Arizona and unfortunately passed away. Brought a lot of people together. And now it's just expanding, and it's growing bigger and bigger. And over the last 7 years, I mean, I got so many numbers in my phone from people from all over the United States.
Right.
I mean, the world. I mean, I'm going to say the world. I've got a couple friends that flew in here to El Paso, Texas, stayed, and they're Rat Rod guys over in Norway. So they flew in, come to the shop, hung out for a day, and they're just meeting more and more people. It's cool. It's really cool.
What a perfect year too for this one, with all the Route 66 stuff and the America 250, and I'm sure you'll get some of those folks traveling. That's something. Feels like something's going on every weekend.
Yeah.
From that, so
and that's where we kind of worked together with the city. They were going to do a spring car show downtown. Well, then I had got approached last year about moving it downtown. Mm-hmm. Didn't really know how to handle it because I didn't know about the feel, because all our guys like the shop and they like coming to my shop and seeing all the old cars, and it was a risk that I was willing to take. So I reached out, and they decided to take the little spring show that they were going to do, not little. I mean, I'm sure they were going to have a crowd, and try to tie ours and it together.
Right.
So that's where this all come about. So Route 66 they're helping with it, and I think it's going to be we're expecting 200 cars. So hopefully everybody can come downtown, hang out.
All we're worried about the weather. All worried about is the weather.
So, yes, on Friday night, the weather. Saturday,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. They're going to get out there and drag race and get on that track. As long as that car will stay on the bank of the track, they'll.
Is there, you guys have a Facebook page, right?
Yep. Midway Moonshine Mashup.
Midway Moonshine. I can't speak. Midway Moonshine Mashup.
Yep.
And it's the 8th is the day of the show.
No,
right?
the 8th this year is Friday.
Oh, okay. So
and then Saturday the 9th is the show. It's always, easy way to remember, always Mother's Day weekend. Always that Friday and Saturday.
It works. You're doing something right. It keeps growing.
Yeah, it keeps growing. Follow me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And obviously the Moonshine Mashup.
We'll get this out and kind of share it with our platforms and our people. And I can't thank you enough for helping again this year, Project 360. I know Patty and her crew are very grateful for what you guys are willing to do and help them. And they've got so much going on, and they're building that new building and trying to raise some funds to finish it out and have some more things for kids. So we had Tim from Project 360 on. Sat down with him a couple weeks ago. I call this across from me. I don't know if you've ever done it, but because you're literally straight across from me. Yeah. So I appreciate you coming in and sitting down across from me. See, I got to figure out how to always throw it in there every once in a while. So
I appreciate it.
No, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for letting us tell the story and kind of share what you're doing. Think last year this one will sound a lot better than the one we did with Mike from
Motormouth
Mike. Yeah.
Northeast Diesel.
Yeah. He'll be there, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. He'll be there.
He's a big fan.
He's one of our big sponsors. He's a great guy.
Well, we'll get this out there. And again, Chet, I appreciate it. You're doing awesome stuff, man.
Thank you.